Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. It is time for another book haul. I know. I don't think I have a problem. Everything's fine. I like mini books. So, I don't want to film for too long. It is kind of late at night. I'm kind of tired, so I kind of want to just show you guys the books, and then some of these will be featured in a future video that I'm doing in November. So I do have one book that is on a pre-order right now, so it's not going to be in this video, unfortunately. I thought it was going to be here before I was going to film, and it's unfortunately still not shipped. But I have all of these amazing ones. I have some secondhand. I have a few that I bought brand new, and then I have a few that I got that are very special to me that I'll explain. I think we'll save the best for last. So let's get into it. So starting off strong with Wicked by Gregory Maguire. I have never read this book. I don't think I've seen the movie, and I don't think that I've seen the musical either. So I have one song from the musical that I know because of other reasons, and I am excited to dive into this one. It's a pretty medium-sized book. It's, I think, about 400 pages, and I'm super excited for this one. I don't know much about it, but I know that the excitement is there and the fan base is there, and I love a good musical. So, and then the cover is really cool. It has this little window, little peeking window. I like it. So this one I got secondhand for a really good price. It's only dented just in the little corner there, but it was $2, so I'm not complaining. Moving on to a trilogy that I also got from the same seller, and that is the Millennium Trilogy, and it's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. And I don't know much about this other than it is a mystery thriller type book series, and I am really excited. I got all three of these for $6, so $2 each, and there's only just the one little dent in the top there. It's a little bit on the side, but that's literally the only problem with them. And I don't have a lot of book covers. I really don't have a lot of book covers that are this kind of like yellowish color. Pretty much any of these, to be honest. So those are all the secondhand books. So these next 4 books are books that I purchased on Amazon. And the first one is going to be Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This is my 3rd copy of this book. This is now the paperback that I own, and I have a hardcover that I am currently annotating that has the same cover as this. It's actually a little bit faded, which was why I used it for annotating. And I also have another hardcover that is the UK edition, I think, and it's really, really gorgeous. It has flames on the front. It's stunning. I love it so much. And the reason that I have 3 copies of this book is that it is one of my all-time favorite books. And it's my dad's favorite book. He doesn't read a lot, but it is really short. It's under 200 pages, so I highly recommend you read this if you have not read it in your lifetime yet. The next one that I got from Amazon is going to be My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. And this one I got because I'm going to be reading it in October. It is a horror / mystery thriller kind of thing. Keyword slash, because it is kind of based on slasher movies, I think. There's some references in there, I'm pretty sure. I have not read it yet. I love the cover so much, and I picked it out for one of the prompts on my fall reading bingo challenge that I'm participating in. So I am super excited. I don't know much about it, but from what I know, I am excited to read this in October. The next one is one of the, if not the most, one of the most, or most likely, I think it is the most unique. I'm like stumbling over my words. This book is so amazing. I loved the story. I loved the attachment that I got to the main character, and I also just can't get enough of the actual book in total. Entirely, the book is leaving me speechless. It's amazing. It has like this IKEA catalog vibe, but it is quite spooky. So there's not like I don't remember there being like gore much, but it is creepy, and if you like creepy stuff, highly recommend. I told myself that even if I did not enjoy this story, I was still going to keep it just because the cover and the entire book itself is so unique. I can't bring myself to get rid of it. It's too stunning. I love the effort that they put into creating this unique novel. It's so amazing. Now on to another book series that I own multiple copies of. This, you guys, I might have to back up a little bit. I can't even show you the whole thing. It's too chunky. I'll show you from here. This is a all-in-one The Giver by Lois Lowry. All 4 books in the, I'll call it the Giver universe, I guess. And I really want to take this sticker off so bad, but I don't want to ruin the cover because this is technically a collector's edition. The edges are sprayed and the front is embossed and it's like stamped in. It's not just like on top, it's actually an indent. This was not cheap, my friends, but it is all 4 books in one. I also have separate copies of all 4 books, and then I have, if you were to count this one, the other hard copy that I have, and then the paperback that I'm going to be annotating, I have 3 copies of The Giver and 2 copies of the 3 books that accompany The Giver. Once again, this is one of my all-time favorite reads. Not the entire quartet, but if you just want to read The Giver, I have read the first book, The Giver, probably, I would say, about 15 times since I was a kid. I would say, yeah, I probably read it 15 to 20 times because in my adult years, I've read it 3 to 4 times now. So definitely closer to 20 times. I don't know, it never gets old. Again, the movie was not a good adaptation. Same thing with Fahrenheit 451. I was really disappointed. But the books are better. The books are better, guys. I don't know what it is. Books are always better. So this one is super awesome. It sits on my shelf and it's stunning. I'm really, really happy to have this in my collection, and maybe I will eventually get this sticker off of it. Okay, so the last 3 books are really exciting for me. I want to start with this gorgeous collector's edition. It is embossed Colleen Hoover signature on the front of the hardback. There is an author's note written, as well as an exclusive bonus chapter. I know that there is a lot of, what would I call it? There's a lot of people that I've been reading on Instagram that either really like Colleen Hoover or really don't like Colleen Hoover. And I know that there's some discussions in regards to the toxic and violent sides of relationships and in the conversations of of Colleen's books. However, this is the only book that I have read from this author. So please take what I have to say with a grain of salt, knowing that I have only read this one and I love it so much. I'm obsessed. It threw me through so many hoops. I thought we were going one way and then something happened and we went a different way. And I thought I knew what was going on all the way up until the last chapter. I thought I knew. I knew nothing. And it threw me for a loop. I was really excited to read the audiobook, and I have the paperback, and I now have this exclusive new chapter that was amazingly added on. And yeah, I mean, if you don't like Colleen Hoover, if you like Colleen Hoover, we can discuss about it in the comments if you want. I would love to read more from Colleen Hoover, because from what I'm hearing, this is like the top bar of her writing, and then everything else is kind of down here. And I was like, oh well, I might not have wanted to start with the best thing she's written if that's what you're saying, and then everything else is just not gonna live up to the hype that this is for me, because I don't normally read romance novels, and I know that the majority of her stuff is romance novels, but I would like to branch out into some romance, so it would be nice to get into some new authors, try some stuff out. So I will stop rambling about this one, but this one is probably one of the most beloved books on my shelf right now. This next one, my goodness. I was so grateful when I had purchased the Colleen Hoover Collector's Edition. I purchased it from a coworker, and her sister gets advanced reader copies sometimes, and she so lovely gifted this to me. This book hasn't even come out yet, to be published in February, and I am so grateful to be able to read this. I'm reading this before February because I want the experience of reading a book that is not on the shelf yet. That is something I have not experienced, and I see so many people that have experienced that. Like, how do you get these advanced reader copies? Like, where do you find them? I found one, guys. I was not even looking, and it was gifted to me, and it is a fantasy. I think it might be a YA fantasy. It's an Irish setting, and some of my heritage is mostly Irish, and I am kind of excited to dive into this one. This is highly on my list now. I didn't even know about it, and now it is at the top of my list to read before the end of this year, hopefully. That's the goal. It's not super long either. Like it's about 360 pages, so it's a small-ish medium, I would say still medium book, but it's like on the smaller side. Under 400. Doable. I think that's doable. We've made it to the last book, and this one is highly, highly anticipated. This one is, I got this recommendation from a fellow ASMR artist, Haley Jean ASMR. She loves the Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black, and when I saw this from my coworker, because she posts them, and I immediately messaged her and was like, can I snag that? Can you bring it to work, please? I would love it. It's an Indigo exclusive. The cover is gorgeous. So gorgeous. And I will take the dust jacket just a little because the inside is also stunning, and even on the cover it has some detailing too. So I am super grateful. I am really excited to dive into Holly Black's writing. I would love to get the Folk of the Air trilogy for Christmas. I have it on my Christmas list. I have high hopes. I have a few other books on my Christmas list, so we'll see which ones actually come through. But this one is also high up on my list. I would like to read it hopefully in December, I think, after my fall reading bingo challenge thing. I think I'll be able to. So well, that's gonna do it for today's book haul. I am really excited to read all of these, and I am glad that I've gotten multiple copies of some of the ones that I love so much. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good